Hello everyone, Bashar here, and BlizzCon has been done, has been completed, and Hearthstone's new expansion was revealed. I think the release date is 10th of December. The name is Descent of Dragons, I think. Should be around here. Should be. The name should be around here. I think it was Descent of Dragons. That's what I remember. Yeah. Oh, it's not in here. Okay. Well, let's assume that I'm correct and it's called Descent of Dragons. So this time we will have a lot of freebies, guys. All evil. There is a primal dragon that's very powerful called the Galakron, and all evil classes will receive a Galakron hero card. Rogue, Shaman, Warrior, Warlock, and Priest will receive a version of Galakron, and there's a new mechanic called Invoke, as you can see here. And if you are invoked twice, Galakron's battle cry will double up. And if you invoke twice again, Galakron's battle cry will double up again. So, assuming you have invoked 4 times, guys, Galakron will be draw 4 cards. They all cost 0. Yeah, it's insane. The hero power for Galakron is it's activated for 2 mana and gives a random lucky in your hand. And if you upgrade it twice, it also gives you a 5/2 weapon. I think that's standardized. So all Galakrons require you to invoke twice to upgrade, and when you invoke twice, his battle cry gets doubled up, and if you invoke twice again, his battle cry gets quadrupled and gives you a 5/2 weapon. So that's standardized. I think we also know the priests. We don't know all the Galakrons yet. So this is the rogue one, and as you can imagine, there are some cards that invoke Galakron. There's one next to it. And invoke means you invoke the power of Galakron and make Galakron stronger. But of course, as you can see here, guys, these cards are underpowered. But invoke also does something else. They just don't trigger Galakron. They also do something else, and they trigger Galakron's hero power. So if you play this card in Rogue, it's a 5 mana 4/5 taunt. It invokes Galakron, so 1/2 of his upgrade is done, and it gives you a random lucky. So I don't know how this will work in Arena. In Arena, normally, as you know, hero cards are banned. So I'm assuming all of the invoke cards will also be banned. I have no idea. And even if it isn't, I think these cards will not appear in the good classes because, I mean, since they don't have a Galakron, what would this do, right? I mean, if you play this card in Paladin, because the Shield of Galakron, when you play it on Rogue, it gives you a random lucky because that's Galakron's hero power. However, in Paladin there's no Galakron, so there's no Galakron hero power either. So this card will not be able to do anything. My guess is that they will all be banned in Arena. So these cards might look like underpowered, but the thing is, they also trigger Galakron's hero power even before you play him. So Seal Fate will mean deals 3 damage to an undamaged character, which is a weaker version of Shadow Strike. However, it also invokes Galakron, and this is a rogue card, which means this card also gives you a random lucky. 3 damage to undamaged character and gives you a random lucky. So that's about the invoke mechanic. Since it's a new and of course exciting mechanic, I just wish they didn't ban. I mean, I have always been thinking that hero cards getting banned in Arena was a bad move on Blizzard's part, because thing is, guys, no no hero card was ever too good. I mean, there were some very good hero cards, of course. For example, Anduin blah blah was very good, but they were actually not good enough to be banned. For example, Zephrys is stronger than all of them. Abyssal Enforcer is stronger than all hero cards. I mean, there are cards that are stronger. But the thing is, since hero cards are very powerful, I mean, after they get played, it's very obvious to that you lose to the hero. So that's why the player base complained a lot about the hero cards, and they have banned all of them. For example, if you lose to Rexar, it's very obvious, right? Because, I mean, you have outvalued your opponent and he gets a new beast every turn and grinds you out, and you get, oh my god, Rexar, blah blah. So, I mean, it would be a shame if this is a construct only mechanic, but it feels like it. I'm not very sure. They haven't made any official explanation about the arena, but I suppose they will all be banned. Next up we have Lightning Breath, and as you can see, guys, card quality is actually rising over the years because some cards are underpowered, right? So this is just Shadow Bolt here. The first sentence is Shadow Bolt already, and it's a Shaman card, and if you're holding a dragon, also deal damage to its neighbors. Guys, this is insane. So you are actually dealing up to 12 damage for 3 mana. And I mean, I know holding a dragon is not very easy, but as you will observe from this set, there are a ton of dragons in here. Nice dragon stuff. So I mean, Shadow Bolt is already good in arena. This card is just insane. And it also can be combined with Omega Mind or something like that to heal you for 12. It's a very, very good card. I'm sure it will be played. I mean, in arena, I'm not even talking about, right? In arena, it's already very good. It's automatically better than Shadow Bolt, and Shadow Bolt is already good. So it's a good card. And if you can make it work, it can actually win you games, right? I mean, for example, the opponent has 5 minions. Some of them are big and some of them are relatively small. You pick the small ones off and you have 3 big minions. Boom, 12 damage for 3 mana. GG. We have a new Ysera. The new Ysera is 9 mana for 12 as the old Ysera, and gives you 7 dream portals. And when you draw those dream portals, you summon a random dragon, which is insane, of course. First of all, guys, it gives you 7 instead of the usual 3. I mean, if you consider the similar cards, and it summons a random dragon, guys. I mean, even the smallest dragon is probably Fairy Dragon, 3/2. Other than that, dragons can be very, very big. So this card is insane in arena. I mean, not insane. 9 mana for 12 is not very good either, but it's pretty decent. It's good. I'm sure some people will try it in ranked, but I don't think it's a real ranked card. Galakrond is definitely ranked material, obviously. Next up, we have a questionable card, guys. It's very weird. 2 mana, draw a card. If you're holding a dragon, gain an empty mana crystal. So if you are playing a dragon-oriented deck, this is Wild Growth, which was pre-nerf Wild Growth. 2 mana Wild Growth plus draw a card. I mean, this is one of the best cards in the entire game if you actually have a dragon in hand. Because, guys, Wild Growth was too good and was nerfed, right? And this is Wild Growth plus draw a card if you have a dragon. So there's the combo here. And there's also Ysera here. I mean, the combo is here, right? And next up, we have our 7th Lucky. That's added to the pool. Lets you discover a dragon, which means triggering those holding dragon cards is easier than it used to be. I mean, this card can give you a dragon. Next up, we have a weird legendary called Dragonbane. 4 mana, 3/5. After you use your hero power, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. So guys, this card doesn't say enemy minion, so it can actually hit the enemy's face. So for example, your opponent has nothing on board, you play this, you use your hero power, 7 damage face. 2 from the hero power and 5 from the Dragonbane. I mean, I guess it's playable in arena. I think it's too weak. I mean, maybe if it was a 4-5, I mean, there was no stat loss compared to Yeti, maybe it would have been worth it, but at this stat level, I don't think it's very worth it. I mean, you can hit a 1-1 after all, right? Considering it's random. We have Dwarven Sharpshooter, 1 mana 1/3. Your hero power can target minions. Well, we used to have the 2 mana 2/3 version of this in Hunter. This card is decent, guys. I mean, 1 mana 1/3 is not a bad stat line, and Hunter hero power targeting minions means Arcane Shot. That's pretty decent as well. This is a nice card. I like it. Emerald Explorer, 6 mana 4/8 taunt. Battle Cry, Discover a Dragon. Well, this is a wondrous card, guys. So, if you consider the Fan Creeper, 5 mana 3/6 taunt, right? And you, or let's just compare it with the Tazdingo, 4 mana 3/5 taunt, right? And that's a good combat minion. You add 2 mana, you add +1/+3, which is not very bad for 2 mana, and you also gain the ability to discover a dragon, which means this card is basically free, right? So this card is just great, guys. I mean, it has similar stats to Tazdingo, and 4 attack is annoying against Priest because they cannot Shadow Word Pain it, they cannot Shadow Word Death it. Now they can Forbidden Words it, but still, it's a very nice stat line. And also on top of it, it has Discover a Dragon. So, I mean, there was a card 6 mana 3/4 taunt, right? This is a 4/8 taunt and it discovers a dragon. Wow, this card is actually really good, and it's a dragon as well. So thing is, you can discover this one from this one, which is like the kinda the old Stonehill Defender move. You can get a lot of value from this. This is a very nice card, guys, for Arena. I'm mainly talking about the Arena performance of cards, but if a card is strictly ranked construct card, I will tell that. So 3 mana 1/1, invoke Galakrond, gain +1 attack for each other friendly minion. Well, this is horrible, right? I mean, even if you have 3 minions, it will be a 4/1 for 3 mana. Of course, the invoke is not very bad. Thing is, though, I'm still of the mind that these cards will be banned in Arena because the invoke mechanic only interacts with Galakrond, and Galakrond will most probably be banned. So these cards will also be banned. This is similar to Kutun, but it's nicer. It's a nicer mechanic. By the way, guys, I think I forgot. All 5 Galakrond hero cards will be given for free. So this expansion will not have 135 cards, but 140 cards. We will have the usual 135 card expansion, and there will be 5 Galakrond hero cards, and all of them will be given to everyone for free on logging on during the release of the expansion. Next up, 3 mana, invoke Galakrond, give your minions +1 attack. So guys, these invoke cards can feel underwhelming, but keep in mind they do something other than just invoking Galakrond. They also give you Galakrond's hero power. So I'm not sure what Galakrond's hero power on Warlock is because we don't know yet, but this will do something reasonable. I mean, give your minions +1 attack is horrible for 3 mana, but there's also we get the Galakrond's hero power, and of course we are also halfway through the upgrade as well. But of course, these look very bad, guys. I mean, it depends on Galakrond's hero power on Warlock, but these look very bad indeed. I mean, this one is decent, right? The Rogue one is decent, but these look very bad. Next up, what the hell? Whoa, guys. I mean, my reaction might be a bit exaggerated, but I was considering Arena when I looked at it. So it's a 7 mana 7/7 dragon, which makes dragon synergies work, and it's already better than War Golem, right? And it has taunt, which is not bad, and it cannot be targeted. This is very, very, very good, guys. Well, this card might be 10 out of 10, guys. It's very good, because thing is, guys, so Fairy Dragon is not very good as a can be targeted card, because, guys, it's not very big, right? I mean, you don't really often feel, oh, I wanted to target that Fairy Dragon, but I cannot. That's not a problem, right? Bigger minions. I mean, you generally want to target bigger minions with your spells. For example, you would not want to assassinate a Fairy Dragon, but big guys, you definitely want to target them. And this guy cannot be targeted, and it also has taunt. So unless the opponent has some sort of battle cry that can take care of this, he actually has to bury at least 7 damage in here, which is very good. I mean, the stat line is very good. Both of the abilities are useful, and they combo very well. I mean, a non-removable taunt. I mean, he has to have a Spellbreaker or something of the sort in order to bypass this. This is very good. Should be 10 out of 10 or so. I mean, I would easily get 2 of these in Arena. I'm not sure about the third. I don't like many expensive cards, but you can easily pick 2 of these without hesitation. And like I said, guys, there are a lot of Dragon Synergy cards, and this also makes those Dragon Synergies work. Wow, very good card. 2 mana 2/3. After you use hero power, cast a secret from your deck. So there has to be some secrets in your deck to make this work. But thing is, guys, it's already 2 mana 2/3, right? So it's River Crocolisk already. Even if you cannot use the ability, it's a 2 mana 2/3. And if you can make use of the ability, it's card advantage, right? For example, you have a freezing trap in your deck, and you use your hero power, and you cast the freezing trap from your deck, guys, without actually drawing it. That's card advantage. And you also deal 2 damage phase, which is great. So this is a nice card. Depending on the number of secrets, this card gets better and better. For example, if you have just 1 secret, there's the off chance. No, it's not actually off chance. There's the chance that you might draw the secret before you draw this. Right? That's the problem. But if you have 2, that will be a much rarer occasion. Next up, we have Praise Galakrond. Give a minion +1 attack. Invoke Galakrond. This is rogue as well. So guys, this doesn't look very good, but keep in mind that this gives you a random lucky, right? So using this, you'll make the trade that you are not normally able to make, hopefully, and get a random lucky out of it, and also halfway upgrade Galakrond. So this is nice. Next up, we have Twin Tyrant, 8 mana 4/10, deals 4 damage to 2 random enemy. Wow, that's pretty good, guys. First of all, it's a dragon, so makes the dragon synergies work, and 2 random enemy minions will receive 4 damage. Wow, that's just great, guys. 8 damage, right? Up to 8 damage at least. This is pretty nice. And of course, random is generally worse than targeted, guys, but keep in mind, random can actually take care of stealth. For example, your opponent plays the 3 mana 2/2 poison stealth minion, and you trade away some of his stuff and leave 2 minions up. That's stealth, and something else, boom, that stealth is dead. Can take care of stealth. And can also hit this one, for example, because this doesn't target, right? It just hits randomly. We have Umbral Skulker. If you invoke twice, 4 mana 3/3, add 3 coins to your hand. So there are some other cards that synergize with invokes. Well, 4 mana 3/3, that gives you 3 coins. I mean, it will work well with Gadgets on Auctioneer or some stuff. It's not bad if you have invoked. Like I said, I'm not thinking there will be any arena use for this card, because it synergizes with invoke. So considering Galakrond and therefore invokes will be banned, this card should be banned in arena as well. We'll see. Oh, wow. 4 mana 5/4, already decent. And if you invoke twice, draw 3 cards. What the hell? Whoa. That's insane. Yeah. So the Warlock cards, the Warlock invoke cards were very bad, but this lady, is pretty insane, right? Wow, that's nice. And next up we have the new mechanic. So evil classes get invokes and Galakron, and the good classes get side quests, guys. Side quests, unlike regular quests, are not legendary, therefore you can play two, and they do not start in your hand, and they are much easier to complete, and the rewards are smaller. So for example, first of all we have learned Draconic, and requires us to spell 8 mana on spells, and as a reward gives us a 6/6 dragon. So for example, you play this, then you play power of creation, and boom, you get your 2 6 mana minions and a 6/6 dragon on top of it. The card power level has been going up very seriously, guys. Next up we have the Hunter Dragon, 3 mana 2/3 poisonous, which is what was the name? Emperor Cobra or something like that already, right? I mean, 3 mana 2/3 poisonous is Emperor Cobra, and on top of it, it allows us to discover a dragon, which can also discover himself, which is very good. I suppose that's why Blizzard removed the extra chance of discovering class cards, guys, because if you keep discovering this one from this, it's just GG, right? I mean, 3 mana 2/3 poisonous, another with a single card only. That's insane. It's a very good card, of course, guys. Very, very good, because Emperor Cobra is already good, and this card allows you to discover a dragon. I know it's not a beast but a dragon, but we have a different Malygos here. 5 mana 2/8 Malygos. If you're holding a dragon, discover an upgraded mate spell. So I don't know how this works. Do we have any additional information? So what is an upgraded? Oh, oh, wow. So guys, this guy brought some explanations. So the upgraded spell is a fireball that does 8 damage, a 3 mana sprint, arcane that draws 4 cards, and polymorph for 1 mana. So the powered up version of the spell depends on the spell. So for fireball we get more potency, for arcane direct we get more potency, but for what was the name, for polymorph we get cheaper. That's interesting. 8 mana 12/12. Attack all other minions, which also of course obviously includes your minions as well. All caps generally means that, guys. 8 mana 12/12. That's interesting. I mean, this is kind of like Dynamatic, right? I mean, boom, 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 you hit everything. I mean, of course it's different, but for 8 mana it's not. It can be very useful, guys. It can be very useful. It's interesting. We have to see, I guess. So this card is pretty insane. 5 mana 7/5. That, by the way, guys, this is the first time there is a 5 mana 7/5 in Hearthstone. I don't think there was any others. There are like 2 5 mana 6/5s and no 5 mana 7/5s, which is already good. And it's a dragon, and when it dies, it gives a card in your deck that resummons this guy. Whoa. I mean, 5 mana 7/5, I'm already bought. It's a very good card already. And the ability is not, of course, insane, but also it's not negligible, right? I mean, you played this on turn 5 when you had like 20 cards in your deck, and after a few turns it comes back. And of course, guys, when you enter the end game, this guy will keep coming back and back because there will not be too many cards in your deck, and it doesn't delay fatigue. It probably is cast when drawn or something like that. That's very nice. Yeah, it's a very good card. Corrosive Breath, deal 3 damage to a minion. Whoa, guys, this card actually existed for 5 mana. 3 damage to a minion and 3 damage to the controlling hero. So if you are a dragon, it also hits the enemy hero. So that's the combo here. So it's of course extremely strong, guys. 2 mana, deal 3 damage to the player and deal 3 damage to his minion. It's insane. You have to have a dragon, but in this expansion it doesn't look like it's gonna be very hard to pull off. Of course, one has to wonder about the arena rotation. So if the arena rotation is also about some dragon synergies like mean streets or something like that, it will be very powerful. Wow, 6 mana, draw 3 cards, cost 3 less if you're holding a dragon. Ooh, 3 mana, draw 3 cards, guys. Insane. I mean, if you can make it. Ooh. Sand Breath, give a minion +1/+2. That's, I think, called Divine Strength. Lunar Strength. There was a card like this. And if you're holding a dragon, gives Divine Shield as well. Not too bad. I mean, if you can make it work. 1 mana, 1/2, and a Divine Shield. It's acceptable. We have the Hunter side quest here. Use your hero power 3 times, and the reward is 3 leper gnomes. No, not really. Maybe as a very aggressive rank deck, I don't think it will work in arena, guys. Too slow. 4 mana, 2/3. Spell damage 2. Discover what? So I assume every class will have a discover a dragon card, or at least the good classes have it. Let me see. Yeah, the good classes have these discover dragon cards. Yeah, these are insane, guys. I guess these are always pick or something like that. I mean, and they are all common. And they can discover themselves, right? Azure Explorer, you can find another Azure Explorer from that. You can find another Azure Explorer from that. And spell damage 2 is not something to frown upon. These are very nice. Next up, we have Fate Weaver, 4 mana, 3/6. If you invoke the... Wow. So Emperor Torisan, 4 ones. And it's a 4 mana, 3/6, which is not bad either. That's nice. I mean, this card will be good even if you don't have any invokes, but like I said, I'm suspecting that all invoke and Galakron synergies will be banned in arena. What? Whoa, 5 mana, destroy a minion, invoke Galakron. So assassinate? Guys, that's very weird because normally the invoke cards are quite worse than regular cards, right? This is assassinate and invokes Galakron as well. So it destroys a minion and it gives you the priest hero power of Galakron, whichever that is. See, this is a regular invoke card. This is crap. 4 mana, 2 to rush, invoke Galakron. So it has to be underpowered. This card is not underpowered. That's very weird. I mean, if you take a look, guys, for example, there is a version that deals 5 damage, right? This is underpowered. So this is not very powerful either because there is a 4 mana 3/5 taunt. I mean, they lack a little in power, but they upgrade Galakron and give you Galakron's hero power, so it evens up. But this card is not underpowered and it also invokes Galakron. Whoa. Well, guys, I haven't been able to wrap my head around this card. I mean, 4 mana, 8/8. A damn 8/8 for 4 mana. And it sets each player to 10 mana crystals. I mean, I know that setting gives you empty mana crystals. And if you play this on turn 4, your opponent will be the one to get the 10 mana crystal turn first. But the thing is, guys, when you're playing this card, you will make your deck accordingly, right? I mean, if your opponent is playing an aggressive deck, I mean, he will not be able to get much value out of this. I mean, his hand will be empty in like 2 turns. But you will play a lot of fatties, and you can even play the crap Nozari that heals everyone to full health. So when your opponent goes for face, you just play and get to full health. And I mean, thing is, I don't really think this battle cry is so disadvantageous. I mean, it puts you at such a disadvantage that you would be rewarded with a 4 mana 8/8, guys. I mean, in Hearthstone, if you remember, even 4 mana 5/5s have very serious disadvantages. I mean, for 4 mana 8/8. I mean, 8/8s do not really exist for lower than 8 mana in the game. I mean, there are some special 8/8s that are quest rewards, but those do not count. Those are not really actually playable cards. You have to obtain them somehow. And this here is a 4 mana 8/8. I think this is a bit too sick, guys. I mean, 4 mana 8/8. Maybe a 6/6 or something like that. I mean, I still think it will be too powerful even at 7/7, guys. 8/8 is insane, right? 4 mana 8/8 and gives 10 mana, because it doesn't give my opponent, it gives me 10 mana crystals as well. It's just the opponent gets the 10 mana turn first, and in the late game this is a 4 mana 8/8 without any drawback, because we will all have 10 mana crystals already. Very weird. 4 mana deal 5 damage to a minion. If you're holding a dragon, gain 5 armor. Very good. 4 mana 5 damage is decent, and also 5 armor is nice. Oh, discover a legendary minion from another class. That's nice. That's cute. That's a nice card. So 1 mana discover cards are generally good, guys, because I mean, you have the flexibility of choosing between 3 and you pay 1 extra mana for it. Problem is 2 doesn't cut it. If you pay 2 extra mana, then it becomes too expensive. But 1 mana is fair for the price of choice. And if you have a BlizzCon virtual ticket, I think you will get this card when the expansion released. It's an interesting card. 9 mana 5/5. Choose a friendly minion. You add a copy to your deck, to your hand, and on the table as well. So you have a 9/9 on the battlefield, and you play this. You put a 9/9 on the battlefield. You get a 9/9 in your hand. You get that card in your hand. I mean, that it's a basic copy, and you also get a copy in your deck. It's interesting, guys. I mean, it looks fine in Arena. I'm sure some people will try this in ranked as well. I mean, to get another N'Zoth, to get another something. By the way, keep in mind, guys, this expansion will be released on the 10th of December or something like that. So Blizzard's throwing a wrench in standard plan will end by then, because I think those 23 wild cards that make an appearance in standard right now will be there up until the beginning of December, I think. So by the time this expansion gets released, those cards will be out of circulation. So for example, this won't work with N'Zoth, at least not in standard. So that's about it for the cards that have been declared so far. I think the total number is 34, 1, 4, 8, 12, 16, 19, 27, 35 then. 4, 8, 12, 16, 19, 35. Yeah, 35. 35 cards. So we will have 105 more cards. I think I saw Priest's Galakron somewhere, but it's not in this list. Let me see. Maybe we can see it here. People keep saying decent. It's not decent. It's more than decent. It's very good, right? Because it's already automatically better than a meta card. It halfway upgrades your Galakron. It gives you Priest Galakron, Hero Power, whatever that is, and it also assassinates. Oh, okay. This guy, if he's correct, it also adds a random Priest minion to our hand. Whoa, insane. So 5 mana, halfway upgrade Galakron, destroy a minion, and add a Priest minion to your hand. Well, it's insane, actually. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. I have to be honest, guys. I think this is a bad design, right? I mean, if all other invoke cards are crap, you shouldn't really make a card that's automatically better than Assassinate, right? I mean, look at this. 3 mana 1/1 gets +1 attack for each other friendly minion. Not +1 attack and +1 health. It's just +1 attack. So this card is at best like a 4/1 or 5/1. So this card is at best a Magma Rager. And this card gives +1 attack to all of your minions for 3 mana, which is horrible. And now we have a card that's better than Assassinate. I think this is not a good design. This card should be 6 or 7 mana at least. I mean, or these should be a little bit better. These are crap. I mean, maybe you can try it if the Warlock Galacron is very good, but still they shouldn't be this crap. This is okay, for example. This one is okay. This one is weak, but these are crap. So we'll see, I guess. Maybe Blizzard will, I mean, it's very rare, I know, but maybe they will buff those Warlock cards because they are very bad. Or maybe, like I said, those cards make up for the strength of the Warlock Galacron. Maybe that one's too powerful. So that's about it for the new expansion, guys. It looks nice. And with the announcement of the Battlegrounds, I think it looks quite promising. We will see. If you have any questions, suggestions, feel free to leave a comment. See you. Bye-bye.